Hey everybody, I'm back with the third review. I'm gonna do a third one here just for the fact my second one I got cut short. I looked up and it was 10 minutes exact, so I cut her off. But so I'm gonna look at the clasp here again. Now, the only thing that I wish that they would have done with this watch is made it exactly like the glide lock. Like, mind telling me why this is the comfort clasp on the Explorer 2? The glide lock would have been the ideal way to go here on this sports model. I could only see using this little tiny clasp on, say, a Datejust or a more gentleman piece like that. Not the Explorer. Like, it kind of, like, you look at this big beefy watch, it kind of looks silly with this small proportioned buckle on here. Like, the glide lock would come out to where my thumb ends here. See where this piece down here is? Just like the Submariner. It would have looked a little more beefy, a little more proportionate, and it would have looked like it belongs, because right now this doesn't look like it belongs, right? Look at this big beautiful watch, and then look at this tiny little comfort clasp here. It just doesn't add up. Mind you, it doesn't matter. It's got the double locking like this. One thing I like that they've done is they have the little ball bearings here so it doesn't wear out. So if you look in there, the little indent back here where my finger is has that little indent. And because this is like a pin ball bearing piece, you're not going to have that wear and tear like you would with ordinary pressure fitted clasp. This has the twin lock, as you can see here, so it's good to 100 meters water resistant, which, you know what, that's awesome. That's all you need. 300, all these watches competing with each other, freaking like 300 meters. I think your blood vessels would burst before you actually got to that depth. I might be wrong, but it's not practical, right? Nobody, the people that are buying these are like, well, that's gross. Get that oil. The people that are buying these are office people working at the desk, punching the old keyboard, driving around, just practical, everyday, normal, common people. They're not diving. And recreational diving, you're not going to go under below 70 feet. There's no way. And if you do, it's very rare. So to have the capability, I guess it makes you feel good. Hey, you know, my watch can go 300 mile. Oh, that's nothing. My watch can go 500. Who gives a fuck? Really? It doesn't make any sense. It's like saying, you know, my truck is jacked up more than yours. I've got a lift kit in mine, 2 feet. Well, screw you, I've got a lift kit in mine 3 feet. If I take a corner at 40, it's going to roll. It makes no sense, you know? To me, it's about practical, functioning things. 300, now mind you, 300 isn't too excessive. It's a tool watch, is what it's dubbed as, and it's meant to be used as, but of course it's not, because everybody and their dog has to have one, a Rolex, right? But 100 meters to me, with a screw down crown, is probably the perfect depth. You don't need anything more than that. Like, I have a Breitling Chronomat 01 with their in-house movement, and it's 500 meters water resistant, and it is a tank. Like, I could take it off my wrist, put it on my knuckles like it's a knuckle buster, and probably kill somebody with it. It's that robust. I mean, it looks absolutely deadly, and I love the aesthetics of it. But to have it as an everyday wearer, because of the water resistant 500 meters on it, they've had to make the case back thick, the crystal's thick. The whole watch is like, what is it, 17.5 millimeters? Yeah, that's a thick watch. My God. In consideration of the fact that this is 12. Yeah. So, to me, it's what makes sense. And that's the only way that I'm ever going to buy watches ever again is not to go off pure aesthetics. I've done that. I'm just going to, from now on, go off of common sense here. What's a Submariner? I think, okay, my Submariner is 300 meters water resistant, and it is 12.5, I believe, the new ceramic. I might be wrong. If I am, post something and let me know. And this is 100 meters water resistant, and it's 12. But mind you, because of the case dimension 42, it's nice and thin. Like on the bottom here, it's not protruding. In defense of the Submariner, because I've been cutting it down, the bottom of it, cutting it down a while, I've done some reading, and one of the things is that when you're wearing it over your wetsuit, is to have the least contact with your wrist and the salt and everything as possible, because it adds comfort apparently. So that's one of the reasons I've read that they've protruded it up so much, but it's not really the case. It's somebody's opinion. So with the dial here, love it. Absolutely love it. The orange. Some people are like, oh, looks like looks like some kid had a crayon in there. Oh, fuck. Give me a break. It's just homage to the Steve McQueen vintage line there. And I think it's great. The legibility is awesome. It's a matte finish dial. It's not gloss like the Submariner or the GMT. And the matte finish gives the Phantom hands a really lens to it anyways. I think it's just amazing because the glare, you don't get any glare off there when you're out looking at the sun in it. You do from the crystal a little bit because it doesn't have any anti-reflective coating in it, except on the Cyclops. But they did really, really well with this. I am extremely happy, extremely. And this is going to be actually my everyday wear. I'm going to have this puppy on my wrist probably 90% of the time. And then my Sub and my Chronomat, they're going to have to fight for the other 10. They just did so well with this. I have no qualms with it at all, except maybe the extreme taper. They could have made it more gradual. And the lack of a glide lock buckle on here, I think that would have really lent to it. That would have made this watch the ultimate watch to have for sure. Anyways, folks, this is my third video on this. I've carried on quite a while. I hope I've brought everything to light. If you have any questions, just let me know. I mean, I'm in Canada, so we get screwed over on the price a lot. Even though our dollar's on par with the USD, we're still getting fucked over. So the price in the States on this is $75 or $7,700, and the price in Canada is $8,200. Being that this is such a new model, you're not going to get a huge discount on it. So there you have it. There's the retail values of it. Whatever you can get on discounts for it is up to you. I'm not going to share with you exactly what I paid for it. I got a good discount. So anyways, cheer folks. Cheers. Have a good day, and wear your Rolex in health.